In this video we're looking at the Mous Motorcycle Mount, which uses their IntraLock system. First thing, packaging, quite satisfying, this nice matte green in a push sleeve, so let's get this sleeve off. First thing you get is the mount with its IntraLock system there. Now you can see the mount for your handlebars. Mous also send it with additional rubbers to go into different size handlebars, and they also send it with an Allen key as well. They do email you as well some important instructions, which are also repeated here. If you are going to use one of these mounts, then you will also need a Mous IntraLock phone case. Before I mount it, first thing I'm going to do is make sure that it works nice and secure and releases. Let's go mount it. First thing we're going to do with the mount is find the right place to fit it. Obviously there's lots of different places that you could fit it. As my instruments are up here, I'm going to try and mount it here so I get a bit of protection from the windscreen, and also I'm only looking at one area on the bike. To do that, I am going to bring the phone and use that as a guide to see if it'll fit quite nicely there, and see if I can rotate it round and fit it on the bar there. So first thing Mous say that you should do is remove this part here by undoing that, and then undo this one here to swing it open. With that removed, it's now time to open the bracket up by undoing that screw there. The bracket's now open, and we can remove the rubber that they insert from the factory. See, that rubber is not going to tighten, it's going to be too loose. I'm going to go straight for the thickest rubber, far firmer. That will give a nice tight finish. You don't want to over tighten it and strip the threads, but we're just going to give it a bit of a helping hand. I'm happy with that now. The bike's moving before that does. Next we want our mount. Interestingly, the mount has got little grooves inside of it, so it's not able to sit at any angle you want. It has to sit in one of their grooves, so I may need to readjust this to get it to fit where I want it to. To test this, I'm going to use the phone again. That's not too bad there. We'll use that, and then we'll undo the bracket on the back to make final adjustment. To adjust this back piece ever so slightly, on the back there's a screw which allows it to be adjusted. Again, that's got a locking mechanism in there, so if I use that and that's where I want it. Now get that locked down. This should now be the final on off. Give everything one last snip. Yep. Don't want this coming loose when you're going down the road. That's all nipped up. And final thing is to... Nice. There we are. And from the front, it's a nice, good view. It's angled slightly away, which is a little bit annoying, but I may actually just be able to rotate this round slightly. There, got the phone positioned exactly where I want it now. Perfect. That is now not catching on anything, and that damper, it's slightly touching on the instrument panel there, but again, I'm okay with that. I don't know if you can hear me very well, but to test it, what I'm going to do is go for a ride to a camp I've never been to. So I'm going to have to follow the directions on here. over to Industry and Supply. It's been about an hour's ride on a mix of different roads, and I have to say the mount has been fantastic. This head, although it does seem to move quite a lot, actually has kept the screen very still. It was very easy to read all the way here. The mount hasn't moved at all. The build quality of this is fantastic. It feels like a really good quality engineered product. Very easy to install as well. I like the little touches of the grooves inside here, which means that it can be set at a specific point and it also holds it in place. Overall, it's a great piece of kit. I'm really impressed with it, really pleased with it. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but if you sign up to Mous's newsletters and their emails, there's always some sort of promotion going on, which does make it a lot more affordable. And I have to say, the Mous cases, which I've used for quite a while now, I've never had a phone break in them. So there are other mounts out there like IntraLock and so forth. I'm sure IntraLock is very good. I've not tested it myself, but I'm sure it is very good. But I look at it that this is an accessory to a very good phone case, and they've actually engineered it very well indeed, rather than say like with IntraLock, who've sort of come it the other way. They've done the mount and then engineered a case. Overall then, the price is a little bit high, but you are paying for a very high quality product. I'll give you an update on this in say 6 or 12 months after I've run it for a lot longer. So there you are guys, the Mous Motorcycle Mount with its IntraLock system. I have to say, I think it's a very good piece of kit, and yes, I would recommend it. If you've enjoyed this video, underneath it you'll find a thumbs up. Hit that, and right next to it there's a subscribe button. If you hit that, you'll get a new video from me every week. Hopefully you've enjoyed this enough for me to earn a subscription from you. Coming up next for the R1200, I'm going to be improving the security on it using a data tag system. There's a full install video and review of that coming up next, so make sure you subscribe to see that. Now, time for coffee at Industry and Supply. Let's check it out.